how to set up a VPC on AWS. Let's go! You got this.
Alright, welcome. Today we're going to be setting up our VPC lab. So let's start off here. We're going to be going to our Amazon website here, of course, the famous AWS. So let's go in there, sign up, sign in. Let's get going. First steps first, let's go to our VPC. We're going to set that up. Type in the top here, VPC. Select the first one. Should be the top. Alright, we're going to create our VPC here. Let's create the VPC. We're going to go to the top right, create VPC. Here we're going to create it. For this one, I'm going to call it for the Empower. This is the program I'm working with, so the program I'm in. So we're going to set up for the Empower VPC here. Empower VPC. So I'm going to name it. You can name it whatever you like to help you better familiarize or recognize it faster. So here we go. Next, we're going to go down to our IPv4. So we're going to set ours to 192.168.0.0/16. All right. So pretty good so far here. All right. After we set our IPv4 there, we can then now progress forward and press the Create VPC. Let's go. All right. At the top, you're going to see here that says you successfully created VPC. Wonderful. On our way. Now we're going to move to the next step where now we need to create subnets, and we need to create a public one and a private one. Let's begin. Let's go to the top. Let's go to the left side here. We're going to click on subnets. All right. We have nothing here right now, but we're going to create that right now. Okay. We're going to go to the top right here and click create subnet. We're going to select our VPC here, our virtual private cloud. All right. I'm going to select mine. Mine again was the Empower. So make sure that you select yours, the proper one that you like. Okay, now we're going to scroll down and we're going to focus now. Right now, we're going to focus on our public one. So let's make sure we type that in. We're going to make it our public. We're going to type it as public subnet. So we can remember this is for our public one. For our availability zone, we're going to be working with today the US East 1A, North Virginia. For you, you can choose whatever is appropriate for yours. But for now, in this project, we're going to work with the US East 1A. Okay, and if you scroll down, we can see there's our IPv4 that we put in before. We have to now put in our CIDR block, our IPv4 subnet IP. So let's work with this here. We're going to put in again 2.168.1.0/24. All right, we have everything set so far for our public. We are good to go for the public. Now let's pull it back and focus on our private subnet. Now we're gonna say, how can we add another one? There's nothing here, but we're gonna add it here, right here on add new subnet. So let's click on that. And there's our 2 of 2. Here's where we're gonna be able to put in our private one. All right, so we're gonna type in here, private subnet. Perfect. And now for our availability zone, we're not going to be choosing the US East 1A. We're going to be choosing the US East 1B this time. This is for our private subnet. Again, whatever is best for you, please choose that. And just like our public, we have to put a CIDR block there, our IP there. So we're going to put in this one, 192.168.20/24. Let's go. All right. Now that we've finished that, let's now review. I always say it's great you did it pretty fast, but let's focus on reviewing what we just put in. So we got our VPC ID here, check. We have our subnet, remember we're doing 2 of them, so we got one of them, and one of them is our public, perfect. We have a US East 1, perfect. We have our IP's address perfectly set there. We have our privates and our subnets. All right, reviewing, it looks great. Now you can press create subnet. And if you successfully done it correctly, you're going to see on the top it says again, you've successfully created 2 subnets. Let's go. All right, so let's continue forward. Okay, now that we have these, we need them to connect to the internet. So we're going to go to the internet gateway now. And the good thing is that it's right here on our left side here. Right here, right underneath on root tables, underneath subnets, we're going to click on internet gateways. Once we're there, we're going to click on create internet gateway. And here we're gonna name our internet gateway. All right, and again, name it however you like. I am going to put it as Empower Internet Gateway, IGW for short. Looking good. Set, and to put my value optional automatically there. Perfect. Now let's create the internet gateway by pressing that down there to the right, bottom right. Perfect. And again, the top will always tell you if you've done well. The following internet gateway was created. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, now that we create the internet gateway, we need to attach it. Let's attach it to a VPC. We've done our VPCs, our subnets before, and now we need to attach them. So let's go. At the top, you're going to see it says attach to a VPC. We're going to go down to actions though here and attach to a VPC so that you know. There you go. And here we're going to select our VPC we're working with. For instance, I'm working with Empower VPC. Let's go. Money. Now I'm going to select attach internet gateway. And again, right on top, you're going to see internet gateway successfully made. Let's go. It's attached to the VPC. Boom, boom, boom. We're moving. Now, as you can see here, the state of it is attached. The VPC ID that we're working with is the one that we chose. Perfect. If you have these all set, you're on your way. But now we need to put some rules on this here. Let's put some rules on this with our routing table here. With our root table, pardon. Click our root table. So at the top right, we're going to click on create root table. Okay, remember how we created two subnets. So we're creating a root table for both the private and the public subnet. We're giving it some rules to follow. We're going to name it, and we're going to then attach. We're going to say which VPC are we working with. So let's label this as private root table. Perfect. And then we're going to attach it to our VPC. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. All right. And now that we've set all that, review again. Perfect. And now we're going to click create root table. Awesome. Successfully, we've created the root table for our private root table. Let's go. Okay, we're not out of the woods yet. So we created our private root table, but we need to now be a little bit more detailed. We're going to go to our root down below and click on subnet associations. Which subnet are we connecting to? So let's check it out here. We will edit the subnet association. Click on that, and we're going to select our private. There we go. Now we have our private, because this is for our private root table. We're going to save the association. Now that we've connected our subnet to our private root table, let's now create the public one. We can't forget both. One's going to be jealous. Let's go. Let's go to the root tables. There it is. Look at that. Private root table. All right. Now we're going to go to create root table because we're going to create our public one now. So let's go here. Type in public root table. All right. And remember, connected to that VPC, connected to that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Again, review. All good. Create root table. Perfect. We need to add a root here. We're going to edit some roots here. So let's click on edit roots. Perfect. And now we're going to go to this button here that says add a root. We need to add this here. And we're going to be looking for the IP here. 0.0.0.0/0. So, all right. We chose the IP here, but now I have to target it. Where are we targeting? Remember we created the internet gateway that we did before? So we're going to click on here, down here, click on the bottom drop down, because we're going to look for now our internet gateway. And remember the one we created? In my case, I made mine the Empower IGW. You may have named yours something different. Let's click on that. Bam, baby. We're grooving, baby. Okay, after all is set, we're going to review again. Boom. Looks good, looks good. All right, and we're going to save changes. All right. We're on our way. All right, again, I can ask you if you're here, but what should we do? Remember, we just created a root table, but now we have to say, hey, which subnet are we going to? Subnet association, click on that, edit subnet association, and now we're going to choose our public. Bada bing, and save associations. Bada boom. There you are. Active. Perfect. And if you want to double check if it's there and you're all set, remember at the top it says successfully added to subnet association. That's a good sign. Then we can check out our root tables. And look at that. You have your private and your public. Congratulations. We've now set up our VPC lab. And so congratulations. If you've gotten this far, you did it. You got it, slugger. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. You got this.